Hi Brandon, this is Hal Jacobs, PGA professional at Worcester Country Club. Just kind of reviewing what we did today. I'll let you see your golf swing in slow motion before I analyze it a little bit. And here's the face-on view. Okay, so let's take a look at your golf swing. I'm going to draw, I'm sure you've seen these lines before. This is your swing plane. This is your spine angle. And just draw two lines to make sure your head's kind of staying where we want it to stay. And as we take the club back, you make some great, your backswing is really good. You stay relatively on plane. Your hands are a little bit outside of the plane, and I'll show you a couple swings later. As you get to the top of the golf swing, looking really good, except we had talked about your hips. I mean, they're awfully stuck in place, so to speak. This is Tiger Woods at the top of his golf swing, so if we look here, Tiger takes his backswing and you can see, his hips, you can see his legs and his hips are just in a different position than yours. Remember how I told you that I think that the hips should turn, your hips should turn a little bit more. If you look at also a guy like Adam Scott, who's got your kind of build, he's 6 feet tall, and you look at him at the top of the swing, and look at how much his legs have moved. So I could see a lot more of his left leg than your left leg, and that's because of his hip rotation. Just a little bit of a hip rotation where this hip goes back. So if we go back to your golf swing, remember I had talked about what I have a difficult time with. So as Adam Scott goes back, he crosses that line, and you can see what it looks like. As you go back, you never cross the line, but you never really rotate your hips all that much on the backswing. And then as you come down, I mean, you're way out ahead of the shot. I feel. I don't think that your hands are in sync with your chest. If you look at Adam Scott over here, you guys are in a similar position, but he's not as uncoiled as you are. I think that's probably your baseball stuff. But you could see that you're way out ahead of it. So one of the things I would do is hit balls with my feet together to kind of sync up your chest, your hips, and your hands. Real quickly, I'll show you a couple of things. This was you on that swing board. And again, this is only a partial swing, but I want you to see the difference in where your backswing, this position right here. So you can see how your hands are more on plane. I like this position on the left much better than I do this one, because you're kind of getting your hands away from your chest. You can see actually how much more you've turned here on the left using the swing plane board. If I brought up, again, a guy like Adam Scott, I'll get him back to the beginning, have him rotate up You know, this and this are very similar. I think the camera moved a hair on the right, but I bring up Tiger Woods. You know, and his hands and his shaft are in plane. Whereas I think the shaft gets inside a little bit on your plane. Alright, going back here to the right. You know, you're up on plane, it's perfect. You're coming down on a much better plane as opposed to your real swing. See how much up ahead. And just look how much more in sync your body is over here. And then I took a video of you hitting some full shots off of this board. Again, there's your swing plane. So as you take it back, I like the change that you made with the backswing. You know, your hands are a little bit outside of the plane line. But as you get up to the top, that's the big mistake that you make. And I think you haven't rotated your hips enough so that when you start rotating forward, it just pulls everything outside of the plane. So I'll show you that position versus this position. You know, and then as you come in here, you hit the ball and then you clink off the board right there. So yeah, you're right. You do come over the top. I think a little bit has to do with the way your hips move in the golf swing. But you have a really good swing. I like your finish, and you come a long way in a fairly short amount of time. I'm impressed. And thanks again for the help you gave me earlier.